Listen, I might be wrong on this, but I might save you a lot of headaches. Have you ever performed a spell yourself and then you kind of regret it afterwards and you wish you could reverse it? This is for you. Save it for later, because you might want this later. There's a few ways of going about this, and it depends on if you have the remnants from the original spell. If you don't, or you have nothing left from that spell, might be a little bit trickier, but you can still do it. If it's a freezer spell, you literally just take it out of the freezer, let it unthaw, pour it down the drain or outside, and say, I now release this spell. So if you've ever been in a situation and you haven't done your divination and then now you regret what you did, let's reverse it. This is different than a send back, because a send back is sending the original energy back to the person who sent it to you. This is reversing a spell that you performed, so you are counteracting it. To be perfectly clear, this is two entirely different things. So if you have physical remains from that spell work, if it's a spell jar, dismantle it first. Do not do this while it's in the jar. As you are dismantling your spell jar, you are actually intending for it to be deconstructed. So visualize or say aloud that you are now reversing this and have that as your intent. And then you can take the physical remains, or if it is a different kind of spell, take those physical remains and then burn them. As they are burning, then again, your intention is set to reverse what you have done. So with this, your intent is huge and you need to be focused. Those of you who cannot use flamage, instead of burning the remnants, then you can cleanse it with the intention to break it. So you can use sound cleansing if you wish. Your intent is breaking it, having it no longer exist, or reversing it. You want to kick it up a little bit, then you can mix it with banishing herbs as well, or reversal herbs. If you don't have any remains from your original spell, you can write another spell to counteract the original spell. Counteract all the pieces that were in the original spell work. It can be a little bit more tricky, but an easier way of doing this is taking a black or a white candle, whatever you prefer, hold it in your dominant hand, and then fuse your energy with that candle with the intent of breaking the original spell. As you're doing this, trying to remember the details of the original spell and what you all did. This is where journaling comes in very handy when you do your spell work. So everything that you can possibly remember. You could carve something into the candle if you wish to that represents the original spell work. Not needed though. After doing this, you can do it one of two ways. Number one, you can secure it in a dish and then put a little bit of water around it. It can be moon water, it can be whatever water you wish. Light it with the intention of breaking or severing that original spell. As the flame hits the water and then it's kind of snuffing out, you are visualizing that original spell being snuffed out with it. Number two, so after infusing your energy with your dominant hand, visualizing you breaking and severing that original spell, instead of placing it in a bowl, place it in a candle holder. Light it with the intention of breaking the original spell. Once it has burned halfway down, blow it out and visualize blowing away or removing the original spell. And then physically taking that candle and breaking it in half. Again, visualizing you severing that original spell work. Either way, number one or number two, take the candle remains and then just discard them. If you don't have original remains and you can't use flamage, I would recommend to make a simmer pot with reversal herbs or banishing herbs with the intent of reversing that original spell. Just let it go all day. Intention with these is everything. You cannot get distracted with this. Also, if you get interrupted during a spell, or if you are reversing a spell, you need to restart. Make sure you have no distractions, make sure your mind is set, and also you can use the aid of music to do this too, just like all spell work. These earrings were also made by the person who commented the post. Until next time, see ya.